Hi guys, BLP Jet Ski here with you. Working on 23 RXTX 300 for a friend of mine, and began to do some work to it and began to notice once I started working on it that it wasn't getting the performance that it should. I know everybody says check the superchargers from the factory, that they're always low or they're just not set to specs. So I took the supercharger out, one, because I wanted to obviously inspect it to make sure everything was good on it, to make sure that the clutch washers and all that, everything spun freely, that didn't have any noise, no play. Supercharger's in great shape, but I wanted to check the slip and just kind of wanted to take y'all along with me as I do this to show you. I've got my torque wrench. I got it set to nanometers. Now the acceptable range for these 300 superchargers, once they're broke in, this machine has close to 50 hours on it, is I believe it's 14 to 17. So I'm gonna put my 17 millimeter socket on there. I'm just gonna spin it a couple times just to get a good, as you see, this one is set at 12.2. So I'm gonna bump that up to within acceptable range, probably a little bit higher end of the acceptable range, but safe enough that it'll be good, dependable ski, and hopefully that'll help the performance step up a little bit. I'm gonna clean the supercharger up some more too, just to make sure it's good to go. But yeah, so make sure if you're doing any maintenance on your own supercharger or for anybody else, a lot of folks, you can check them in the ski, and I checked this one just to see what it was, and yeah, it read the same thing. But I like to examine the supercharger, check the bearings, make sure there's no noise, make sure there's nothing funky going with it. So I get it out of the machine and obviously go from that point. But hey, that's just me. Just wanted to come to you with a little short video about the supercharger slip. There's several videos online. A lot of guys are out there giving instructions. You know, I learned from them guys also. I'm just a shade tree backyard fella that works part-time on small engines and jet skis and so forth. So just a little knowledge. I bought this Viver. It's 3 to 40 or 3 to 38 foot-pound digital torque wrench offline for like 65 bucks. But anyhow, like I said, when you check these superchargers, make sure A, that you do check them because they are low from the factory, and B, check them and put them within specs, and that way you get more performance. You're not losing any power that you normally would. So all right, thank you so much. Hey guys, just to add to the video earlier, one thing you want to do is when you're checking these superchargers is you want to spin that shaft. Actually, I got my wrench on it right now, but just spin that shaft and make sure that the shaft is not warped right here. Now, another thing I do is on the 300s and up, you have a lock, what I call a lock nut. So I actually loosen this one. So once you get it in spec, then this end nut locks down where nothing can back out. Now, a lot of guys will take this off, and that's fine. Nothing will take them off. I just loosen mine a little bit, and then I tighten it down to the proper specs, and then I hold this one and tighten this one because I don't want this to tighten up anymore because it may throw my supercharger out of spec. So once you get it to where you want it, then what I do is I hold this nut with a wrench and then tighten this one to make sure that by chance that I tighten this one, that it doesn't tighten this one also, and then it'll show you out of spec. Because if this is out of spec, if this is turned up too high and it doesn't slip at the proper place, then you're going to add extra stress on the shaft, and you'll break it, and you don't want to destroy your motor or supercharger or anything really. So that's just how I do it. Like I say, just add a little more to it, but that's completely up to how you want to do it. Here, I'll change everything, get it put back together, and show you the end product. All right, guys, I got it adjusted here. I don't have it all put back together. Now, one thing I do is when I check the slip, I check it both ways, really. It's better to check it going down this way, so you're going against the screw in inside, you're not going the same way. Anyhow, just something I do, a little bit different. So So as you can see, I got it to foot-pounds now. I like to adjust mine right around 14. Sorry, 14 foot-pounds. I know it's a little higher than the factory. See, this one here is at 13.6. So I'm gonna leave it right there. I gotta put it all back together, cleaned it up, make sure it's good to go. But make sure you check your slip. I check mine both ways. Some people don't check one way or the other. I think going from left to right is more accurate because you're going against the way it screws in here. So just some helpful advice. This is sitting about where I want it, so next step is to put it in the ski and see how it performs.